The Hawaiian Islands are not often associated with political struggle, popular disenfranchisement, and disgruntled spirits from the past, but there is much more to the Aloha state than pristine beaches and luxurious resorts. It once marked the front line where two cultures clashed, where the interests of American enterprise collided with the needs of a sophisticated indigenous population. In Hawaii's case, the interests of American businessmen won over the popular Hawaiian desire to maintain a monarchy independent of the United States. At the center of this struggle was a Hawaiian leader who struggled against the American sugar planters, whose ultimate goal was American annexation. Her name was Queen Lili'uokalani, an intelligent woman whose regal bearing, political acumen, and democratic sensibilities made her a powerful and effective voice for her people. But after a fierce political struggle against American capital, the Queen abdicated her crown in 1893 to a business-friendly provisional government. The arrangement offended President Grover Cleveland's democratic sensibilities. He tried to reinstate Lili'uokalani a year later, but was opposed by a congressional vote. The Queen's attempt to convince Congress of her people's cause in Washington did not succeed either. She ended up spending the rest of her days in Honolulu's royal palace, resisting depression and indolence by continuing to lobby for social reform and the poor. The last queen of the Hawaiian Islands passed away in 1917, a stalwart champion of her people to the end. But that is not the end of her story. Some part of Lili'uokalani seems to have survived her body's expiration. Custodians working night shifts have long whispers among themselves about the Queen's shadow drifting through the halls of the legislative building. Others report seeing a regal-looking woman adorned in a brilliant gown whose austere features are softened by dark, compassionate eyes. She seems to stare right at those she appears before, then slowly vanishes into the air. Yet as difficult as Lili'uokalani's earthly trials were, she is not an entirely melancholy spirit. On many occasions, Hawaiians have spotted her on the stairway in front of the Capitol building, holding bunches of leis with a broad smile on her face. Those who have seen her report being filled with an overwhelming sense of warmth and well-being. Many believe that her appearances occur more and more frequently and serve to spread joy to all Hawaiians fortunate enough to see her. Perhaps the previous forlorn spirit of Hawaii's First Lady is becoming more contented as the years pass. But why has Lili'uokalani grown serene? That is another question. In 1982, the state erected a statue in the Queen's honor on the grounds of the Capitol. Some people believe this dedication to Lili'uokalani's memory justifies her sacrifice and sorrow. Her newfound benevolence reflects a recognition that her work was not in vain. Others have claimed that the spirit of Queen Lili'uokalani is pleased with the resurgence of Hawaiian pride since the early 1980s. After all, more Hawaiians today are fascinated by their roots than ever before, and Hawaii has never been studied so much in universities. With so many reasons to celebrate, it's not surprising that the spiritual embodiment of the state is beaming.